Okay, the last question I have for this video series, Regan Talks Rehab. Unless anybody out there has a question that you'd like for her to answer or for us to answer, please send them to us because we can do more of these and answer those questions that you might have. I mean, you might think of something that I haven't thought of or we haven't thought of. But the last question I think I want to ask Reagan is why are you so open about talking about your addiction and your recovery and your sobriety?
I think one, I'm just kind of an open person. But the main reason of why I am so open about it is really just to bring awareness to people. Because I think there's that stereotype of an addict, and it's like someone that grew up, on the wrong side of the tracks and has a terrible home life, and I think that's just kind of what a lot of people think about. Because I was judged like that when people found out that I was an addict, and even though I was in recovery, I would get looks. It's like you either get two reactions. You either get, oh my gosh, that's so great and I'm so proud of you, or you get, oh, and then they stop talking to you. And so I just feel like being an addict, people kind of put you in this negative category. And that's just not the case, because you know there's been so many people that I've met throughout recovery, and they're all such beautiful, loving, kind souls. And yes, some of them did grow up on the wrong side of the tracks, but a lot of them didn't. A lot of them had a home life like mine. They had a nice house. They had two parents and whatever. And some even had nicer than I did. um and so it really is to show that, kind of like, don't judge a book by its cover. And people really can change, because I'm definitely not the same person that I was before, and I just feel like it's something that it needs to just be spoke on, because it is a hard topic, and I just think there's a lot of negativity drawn towards it, and I think in reality it's just not the case. Being an addict can be a beautiful thing, and that's the way that I like to look at it. It can totally be negative if I let it, but it can also be a really beautiful thing and a really cool story to share and tell. And so the main reason why I'm so open is because I want to spread that awareness. And I don't care about people judging me. I don't care what other people think about me, in a negative way. It doesn't bother me. um I think for the most part, the people who do have negative thoughts on it are the people who just are kind of closed-minded, or they just don't want to admit to themselves or about another person, maybe in their life. They just don't want to admit, that maybe they could be an addict or they could have a problem with something. But you know so there's that. And I also just feel like, there's a lot of people that don't know how to reach out, that don't know how to go get help. And and I feel like if maybe I'm really open about it, maybe they'll come across a video or a post or something, and maybe that can help somebody. I don't know.
Reach out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the main thing. Is I just want to help people and open everyone's eyes, and just really share about that. And yeah, I want to make, I don't really know the words to say it, but like, the topic of addiction isn't something that's easily talked about, or that everybody's open about. And I just feel like if we could make it a thing where it is super open and it is comfortable, we make a safe, comfortable place for people to talk about what's going on or whatever, it can become more of an open thing, and we can help as many people as we can. So those are pretty much my reasons of doing this. So,
Well, I just want to say that I think you're incredibly brave and courageous, and relatable, and you are making a difference. Even if it's one person at a time, that's all it takes. And I thank you for inspiring me to be brave about talking about our issues and what we've been through, because it's not easy. It's not always easy to talk about because we know that people do judge. And you know what? Your bravery rubs off on me, because the less you care about what people think of you, the less I care about what people think of me. Go ahead and think we're terrible. God knows better, and the people that know us know better. And I just think you're awesome.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you.